Good evening. I hope I find you well in this lovely evening after the nice sunny day that we had, thank God. It's nice to see it for a change. So it's the daily reflection for Sunday, the 1st of February 2026, which is the feast day of St. Brigid, the second patron of Ireland um, after St. Patrick. She, she led a very holy life, and she did what Jesus had ordained, uh, as being to look after the needy, the poor, and those that are not able to look after themselves because of the times that we're in. As they were tough times, and so she helped the poor, and she provided education as well for those that didn't get education. She opened schools and things like that. She did a lot of good work during her lifetime and devoted her life to the love and honour and glory of God. And so everything she did was in line with a deep faith, and the type of a faith that we all try to have, but the same need is not as much now today as it was then, because there was no such thing as facilities for looking after the poor. Like monasteries, when they came, did help the poor with food and so on and so forth, and they were a great gift as well. But St. Bridget did it at a time when there was nothing official for poor. They just died of starvation, as our brothers and sisters died of starvation in between 1845 and 1859, when over a million died when the potato crop failed, and buried in mass graves. They had no money to buy anything, not even a coffin. So may they all rest in peace and be happy forever in heaven with all the ancient saints. So we can see that our brothers and sisters going back over the centuries needed the sort of help of others that were devoted to doing God's good work. And the monasteries were instrumental in that. And our brothers and sisters that were in the religious life, they all tried to help. And St. Bridget's was one of them that did that. And she's reputed to be, there's in Falkirk in County Louth, there's great devotion to St. Bridget there. It's a particular place. I don't know whether she's reputed to be buried there, but that's a place where there's a great ceremonies related to it, and it's well worth a visit. I visited it and learned a lot. And the same way about our Catholic faith in St. Patrick and where he was. And don't forget all the churches named St. Patrick, after St. Patrick, and St. Bridget. Our church here in Oldcastle is named after St. Bridget, and many a church is, and in this country and abroad. And of course, St. Patrick's name is after many churches in this country and abroad, and especially the great St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York. It was a great interview on EWTN with a young reporter from EWTN that does world over, Raymond O'Ryo, probably Italian, and he was young at the time. He interviewed Cardinal John O'Connor, who was the cardinal at that time, and he was a very good cardinal as well. I remember he visited and helped a policeman that was badly injured and wound up in a wheelchair, but he gave him great hope, and he was a marvelous help to that man, and that policeman devoted his life then for to try and do good. So these are the great gifts that our saints and those that's named after St. Bridget's do. And we owe great debt to our St. Bridget. So that's our daily reflection for today. Bye now.